I'm Jenny McKenna, and today is May 20th, 2019. We're going to be walking the property here at 1524 West Hammer, and we're going to be looking at everything cosmetic. That is what my job is. However, I will throw in a couple of my opinions just through experience of some of the things that I see that may not necessarily be considered cosmetic, and more than likely you will be noticing it in the inspection report. First off, I really like this curb appeal. There is some weeds that need to be pulled, some trimming that needs to be done on the oleanders, but overall with the flowers and the big tree, this gives you a very nice curb appeal. Directly behind you is a city park. That is also a nice factor. So having that across the street from you means that you won't be so congested with other homes, apartments, things of that nature. That is why I believe that this is going to appeal to an empty nester kind of tenant, which is a fabulous kind of tenant. So keep that thought in mind as we move forward. The first thing we're going to do is we want to freshen up this front door area. The door trim's been a little dinged up. Front door needs a little fresh job, just so that the impressions that you have in the front of the house is just like, yes, I want to see this house. So we're going to clean that up. Love this floor. This is a vinyl plank. It has been called tongue and groove. I do think that it is pretty durable, so I don't have any issues with it. And I absolutely love the bigger baseboards. This window here is in need of a blind. We normally request that we go with a white 2.5-inch faux wood blind, but the rest of the house has the wood looking blind. I'm going to call that cherry wood. So a cherry wood kind of look, we're probably going to want to match it on this window. We're only going to take it up to where the circular part happens, or the semicircle. We're going to let that just stay there's nothing that's going to be on it, so it's uncovered. And then if the tenant wants to do something with an additional blockage of light, they can do something similar like this to their taste. But we want to put the blind in that matches the rest of this. This room is going to serve as kind of the main living room, which is why I'm a little concerned about this light fixture. I don't know if this is going to be used as a dining room, so this light fixture is a little odd being here. I like the fixture, I just don't know if having it here makes sense. I love the entry light fixture. I think that makes for a very, very nice upgrade. You can actually see that from the outside through that window there, so it does set the house apart. As we come walking in through here, you're going to have a great pantry that every tenant's going to love. What I call a butler's pantry, which is where you can store all your china, things of that nature. And then you've got this amazing kitchen. Kitchens do rent houses. So as I'm talking about some of the other things I don't like in this house, I keep coming back to this kitchen knowing that this kitchen is going to appeal to a lot of people. You have this nice granite, you have this oversized sink, you have this new antique kind of brass faucet. We would want to request a larger fridge. This fridge is an apartment style fridge. It does nothing for this kitchen. This kitchen's got too much going for it. So we need to do a double door black fridge here. And then we come into this area, which would be normally like your family room area. But if you look around, you don't have anywhere to put any kind of TV or hutch. They did build a custom hutch behind you, and because it is custom, it limits what you can really do. Like for instance, that's a light switch for up above. So you're not going to be putting a TV necessarily in here, and there's no way I'm going to let a tenant drill any kind of holes into this because they're going to cause more problems than good. So in reality, this kind of ends up being pretty, but practical, it's a wasted space. So what my thought is this will probably end up being the dining room. So the dining room goes here with the fireplace, breakfast bar there, letting that front room just become an entire living room and not a combination living room, dining room. Again, that doesn't give me the warm and fuzzy. That means that this floor plan is not going to be so open to everybody that is looking at a 3-bedroom single story. So let's move now into the master. So we have our first floor change. So we've got Some really nice pretty flooring there, and then we come into a darker looking wood. Not a big issue. This is also again laminate, tongue groove or plank. Ceiling fan up above. As you come in through here, this is a concern for me. I don't like the way that those ceramic tiles look. Now normally I'm not the inspector, so I'm just vocalizing my opinion that when I see anything bowing out like that, it makes me nervous. So just to be on the safe side, if this was my house, I would take the ceramic all the way up to the top there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tile pieces all the way across. Remove them, make sure everything's good behind it, and then reinstall new white tile pieces. That way I know the integrity of the shower is still good. That is a custom add-on. I believe it was added on to the existing shower pan that's down below. All the rest of these things cosmetically look fine. We'll just make sure light bulbs all match. This is carpet that we would want to match in one of the other rooms to make it to where we don't have a gazillion, we already have 5 floor changes. So what we want to do is put whatever carpet in that we're doing in that 3rd bedroom, we want to match the carpet right here. So that way these match. This is in good shape, but we don't want so many different colors. Then we're going to paint some doors. You're probably not going to be able to see it in the video, but I believe that this is just the kind of door that you buy at a Lowe's or a Home Depot. It's ready to be painted, but nobody painted it. So we've got to get those painted along with the trim of all the doors. We do have some heavy touch-up. You're probably not going to be able to see it in the video, but throughout some of the places somebody has tried to touch up, they haven't touched up exactly the right way, so it needs a little bit of help on the touch-up part. This right here is where I believe, and I am like 99.9% sure, this was an opening that was for a den. Somebody in the past has closed it off and made it into a bedroom, and I don't like it. So when you come in through here, another floor change, and there is just no space in here. This, even if you make this an office, it is an odd space. This was built on after. It wasn't done very well, so John would have to do a lot of cleanup on this. We have a weird setup with, this is where all the electrical power on, power off switches are, which is behind the door. I just do not like this. This really should not be a bedroom. It should have been left as a den. And then in this room here, this is where we're going to have to do the carpet. And we're also going to have to paint this wall and this wall. So even though there is touch-up that needs to happen throughout the house, that wall and this wall are just a mess. Some color is bleeding through, so both those walls have to get a true full paint on them. The closet doors are fine. We'll also get, these doors will be painted. Washer dryer is here. So washer and dryer I would suggest purchasing so that they're installed properly with the proper hoses, that we don't have any concerns or worries that they may end up leaking. And normally, if you've ever watched any of my videos, I always say the thing like, who cares about the garage? Nobody rents a house because of a garage. Okay, I changed my mind. There's always this exception. In this case, if I'm appealing to an empty nester, cleanliness of the garage is going to be important. So we have some really gross stuff on these walls, especially, I don't even know what that is. So I would like to get just all garage spray painted real quick. Doesn't even have to be a great job, just white. And then that door painted as well. So that the garage actually does have a clean feel to it. It will go a million miles on it with an empty nester tenant. Okay, now we will come back through and go to the backyard. This bathroom really doesn't need anything. We'll come in just to kind of show you. The only thing I requested is that shower head actually go to a chrome, just so that we don't have the brass nickel and the chrome and the yellow old-fashioned plastic. So that's the only thing we're requiring besides the light bulbs in that particular bathroom. Hey guys, we're heading into the backyard. Again, I love this kitchen, and I'm hating the fact that I don't like the room setups. So out here, this is really easy. This is just a landscape cleanup. We do not need to do full synthetic grass out here. We can rip this up. I have asked John to just go get some indoor-outdoor carpet that's green, lay that down, glue it to the concrete that is down already. That's a nice quick fix. It'll look good. Probably only last maybe 5 to 7 years, but that's okay because it just kind of gives you that green look. We'll clean this up over here. This is actually just a random, I can't remember the word that they use for it, but they're coming out to the bottom of the tree, and they don't need to be there. We want to get this all cleaned up so the tree is just the tree. We're going to put some rocks in any area that is barren. We're not buying rocks. We're going to use the existing rocks and just rake them into place. The weed barrier, these black things right here, will get covered so that it'll look clean, and all the weeds will be pulled. I like this fire pit. They did have a jacuzzi here at one time. We're going to get rid of all of this wiring so that there's no accidental, oh my goodness, my child got electrocuted. So we're going to go ahead and remove all this to the box that is right there. So that will all be gone. And then it brings us to this. So this is a hookup for a propane tank. The tank goes up underneath it. I don't know if it works or not. This thing is not set in. It can just be removed. I think this is just a bunch of repairs that you don't need. So I have asked John to just remove all this, clean this up a little bit, and just leave this as where somebody can put, you know, a potted plant or a vase. I mean, I know it's going to look weird, but there's just nothing else I could do. I do not want to put a barbecue up here, otherwise you're just going to be chasing that repair on an outdoor barbecue. We'll leave all this. We'll just get rid of the gross lighting that they have up there. And that pretty much handles, let's do the painting. Let's show you this garage, or this French door. So we do need to get this painted. One is cream, one is white. I like the cream, so I'd like to have this go back to this creamy look to it so that this back French door is nicely painted. So if this was me and I was an investor buying this house, I probably would not unless I got a smashing deal. Because in reality, what you're buying is a 2-bedroom, and I want to make sure that you're pricing it as a 2-bedroom. When I did your comps, I did it as 3 full bedrooms. It is not 3 full bedrooms. So my comp now is this property will rent at about 1,500 tops in today's market. So when you're looking at your numbers, I want to make sure you realize we'll be putting this on the market at 15, not what I had quoted you earlier, because of the way that bedroom setup is, and also because of the dining room, living room setup. In the video it looked great, but in person it just doesn't have enough wall space. So that's my opinion on this house.